Hey, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So, the way I choose my anime is oftentimes I just pick whatever, I just go look around and say, hey, what have I haven't watched yet? And in this moment, I pick usually 3 to 4 different animes that I consistently watch. I just spend a good pieces of my day just going towards them and looking at them and enjoying what they have to offer. And I decided to add this piece of nostalgia onto my list of old anime I've gone back to watch. And with this anime, it gave me this sincere feeling of nostalgia that I haven't felt in a while. It made me feel so happy. It reminded me of my teenage years, my high school years, and it reminds me of when I first started getting into season to season anime. I started actually caring about what was airing the next season, and everything about it was all sorts of cool. I remember the anime that was coming out during this time when this anime was out doing its thing, and I'm obviously talking about School Rumble. This anime is a romantic comedy with a blast of nostalgia. If you watch it now, if you're not into the comedy, the unhinged comedy of what anime was back then, you might not be into this. But this is one of those animes that was just a good time for me. It was enjoyable. I love the quirkiness. I understand how a teenage me fell in love with this anime so long ago because it was so enjoyable. It was so weird. It was so ostentatious in the way that it just had all sorts of different ideas. It had fun episode to episode, and there was continuity, but it was lightly strung along, and sometimes it would be important. And this was one of those animes that remind me of the zaniness of anime, the fun of anime. I think this anime reminded me of why I was so drawn towards anime. Even though anime has been a part of my life, my entire life, I didn't hit my stride with it until my early teenage years when I realized anime felt like freedom. It felt like fun. It felt like all sorts of different things that inspired me and made me enjoy just different ideas. A lot of TV back then wasn't as interesting for me. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't connecting with it. Unless maybe it was like Avatar, The Last Airbender, and some other different things that was going on. Cartoon Network had a lot of bangers, so I was in good hands, but anime just had my heart at that moment.
似合ってるよ。はい、有馬くん、どうぞ。
サンキュー、似合ってるぜ。
So, like I said, School Rumble is a romantic comedy, but emphasis on the comedy. Everything is a bit of a joke, it's a bit of a gag, everything is for the laughs, and it's incredibly sincere when it wants to be sincere, and it's incredibly random when it tries to be random. School Rumble is an anime to be an anime. It is for the enjoyment. You can tell through every episode how much they enjoyed just being funny, how they enjoyed some of the lighthearted humor and making fun of what it means to fall in love and have crushes, the misunderstandings that happens when you're young. This seems incredibly a labor of love, and I see why so many people talk about School Rumble with a lot of love. Even though, I'm gonna just be honest with you, this anime does not necessarily have a conclusion. It's left up to, I guess, our imagination. This is one of those animes that you're just supposed to go in and enjoy the time you're having with it. This is one of those animes that you shouldn't think that deeply about it. You should just enjoy what's going on. And while we follow a host of different characters, our main 2 love interests are Harima and, God, I forget her name, and Tsukamoto. Sorry, I blanked on her name for a quick second. They are, well, Harima basically likes Tsukamoto, and Tsukamoto likes some totally different bland guy. And that's where our story begins, with their harebrained things that go on, the love triangles that gets mixed up. Well, not love triangle, love web, where basically everyone is getting mixed and mangled, and everyone's trying to figure out who likes who and who's confessing to who. It's a lot of messy drama done in a comedic way that's kind of fun, and it resembles middle school. I remember my middle school being just these web of hurt feelings and people deciding to do this or that or some other thing because they liked another person. It was so interesting, and every single character had their moment where they had to face their feelings. Or face the person that they liked, or face the fact that the person that they liked probably liked someone else. And that's so real. My middle school days were wrapped up with all sorts of different things that were just like, what is going on? What is this unnecessary drama? You remember when you thought middle school drama was like real drama? That's hilarious when you think about it. Anime was such a vibe. And School Rumble is one of the quintessential animes to bring you back to that time. So I recommend to every single person, just watch more anime that you used to watch when you were younger. Go back, go relive some of those moments, because animes like this were a love letter to the time. They bring you back. They make you celebrate the greatness of what we love about this medium. This is the anime that I just enjoyed to pick up and watch whenever I felt like it. There was no real rush to finish it. There was no real stark opinions about it. It was just a fun watch that made me happy to watch every time I watched it. And think about how many times I just said watch. This is just one of those animes that if you're into it, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. But I was so glad that I watched this when I watched this, because I was definitely knee deep in all sorts of different animes that were just more serious, more appreciated animes. And to be honest with you, my natural state when it comes to me watching things is just things I enjoy, things that make me happy, and things that give me a bit of a laugh. And that's probably why my favorite anime of all time is more of a comedy than anything. And School Rumble is just one of those animes you should just love. This is also one of those animes that help teach you about unrequited love, all sorts of different things, and it also tells you not to take life too seriously, because love is just one of those things. And I think that's one of the most enjoyable aspects of School Rumble, was it took everything lightheartedly, and the serious moments and the impact of standing up and choosing what matters to you and really making sure what matters to you is one of the most important aspects you could ever get from anything else on this world. So please go watch School Rumble. I totally rate it. It's a 5 out of 5 for me, but I could see how someone could rate it a 3 out of 5 because there's not really an ending. This is one of those things that I think the romance was just one of the funny parts about it. It was just a part of it to string a bit of the story along. And the zaniness can at times be facetious, a little too much, a little unnecessary. I can agree. Some of the randomness was definitely different. But I also think the fun of it was just the fun of it, and a lot of the other stuff fell by the wayside. And if you're looking for something romantic, you're missing out. And this is definitely not where you'll find it. So give School Rumble a watch. I totally enjoyed watching this, and I'm just going to keep rewatching old things that make me happy. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day. I appreciate you, and happy holidays.